Need to Know is determined to get past the slogans, the talking points, even the tempting telegenic video of angry mobs, if it can help us understand all sides of passionately held beliefs. And when it comes to gun ownership, passions always run deep. The NRA says the number of privately owned firearms in the United States is approaching 300 million, close to one gun for every man, woman, and child. Across the nation, states are taking steps to soften gun laws. And perhaps the most vivid, certainly the most visible, sign of this resurgence can be found in the so-called open carry movement. They want the right to bear arms openly, just about wherever they want. We sent correspondent John Larson to get to know some of those who are changing the dialogue about gun legislation in this country.
For most people driving by, these folks probably look like a group out doing a little volunteer roadside cleanup. But look closer. Everyone here is also carrying a gun. They're not cops or active military, just regular, proud gun owners picking up trash.
You see the bad guys in the news. We're just trying to show the general public that folks that are armed are also good people in the community as well.
Edie Levine is on a campaign to change the public image of gun owners in America.
I'm just a regular guy. I'm your next door neighbor, I'm your friend, I'm your co-worker, I'm whatever.
Levine lives in Northern Virginia with his wife Terry and their daughter Brooke. Not only does Ed carry a gun most everywhere he goes, he's actually got a small pistol in his back pocket here at the breakfast table. And in this family, he's not the only one.
The first thing that you always do before you give a gun to anybody or do anything is point in a safe direction and check if it's loaded or not. And it is not loaded.
Brooke is 12 years old. She's been shooting since she was 7.
What kind of gun is this?
This is a Walther P22.
Levine works for a small telecom company, and this former Marine and lifelong NRA member loves the freedom he has in Virginia to openly carry a gun. Here, almost any adult can carry a loaded handgun in public. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't have to prove that you need it or that you know how to safely use it. You just have to wear the gun where people can see it.
I think most Americans understand the right to bear arms, but many wonder why carry it into a restaurant, why carry it into a movie theater.
Well, if you can tell me where the next crime is going to be, then you've basically answered the question. I don't know where the next crime's going to be. I don't know where the next bad guy's going to be. So I want to basically carry wherever I go in my daily life.
This is the argument you hear over and over when you talk with open carry proponents. The police can't always be around, they say, so let us protect ourselves.
What are the odds that somebody's going to walk in here into Champs in Virginia and assault you?
I hope they're very low.
Every victim in any type of tragedy that you come to was never expecting that tragedy.
The chance of needing one is zero until it's 100%.
It's like a fire extinguisher. Until you have a fire, you don't need it, but you have it.
Levine and several of his friends here are members of a grassroots group called the Virginia Citizens Defense League, or VCDL for short. They've helped turn Virginia into one of the most gun-friendly states in the country. The VCDL has a proud list of legislative accomplishments, undoing what they see as meddlesome gun control laws. For example, the VCDL helped make it a lot easier to get a concealed handgun permit in Virginia. Since then, the total number of permits has skyrocketed from just a few thousand in 1994 to about 180,000 by last year. Just recently, they helped pass a law letting Virginians carry those concealed guns into places that serve alcohol. But not everyone is happy about the spread of guns in their state. For most of the time we were with him, Levine's gun drew almost no attention. But there was one instance at a barbershop where he got an earful.
I'm much more worried about him having an accident than I am about him needing that gun.
Yeah.
The odds of an accidental discharge are way too high. I see he's carrying it cocked. That's stupid.
What?
It's cocked.
It's a safety.
The hammer's back.
Yeah.
He might have a safety on.
Yeah, the safety
hammer's
on.
back. This is a peaceful town. You don't need it.
You know, one statistical thing I think you couldn't argue, if you looked at the hundreds of surveys that have been done, is that the more guns are around, the more accidents there are. The more people get shot, the more people get killed, the more people
here's my eye roll.
take their own life. I mean, yay or nay?
Nay.
Nay. So you say it has nothing to do with guns. I think statistically it would say that's not true.
But the statistics are shown by people that want to paint that picture.
But in fact, there are a number of scientific studies showing that having a gun in the home increases the likelihood that someone in that home will be harmed. On the flip side, gun advocates argue that no one pays attention to countless dramatic examples where someone with a gun prevented a crime from happening.
Guns save lives, and that's one of our monikers that we say, and a lot of people don't understand that fact, and the people that are putting out these statistics are the people that want guns to go away.
There are Ed Levines all over the country, all part of a growing grassroots movement to roll back gun control laws state by state, and it's working. Last year, 22 different states eased gun control laws. This year, more of the same. Arizona just made it so practically any adult can carry around a concealed weapon. No more background checks, no more required safety training. Georgia's legislature voted to let guns into Atlanta's airport, one of the busiest in the world. Given all these victories, you'd expect the gun rights community to be celebrating. But instead, at this recent Second Amendment march in Washington, D.C., there was a palpable fear that the Obama administration was on the verge of a massive push for gun control. Many gun owners believe Obama is one of the most anti-gun presidents in history, a belief no doubt stoked by the NRA's intense and often misleading attack ads that they ran during the 2008 campaign.
You use a firearm to defend yourself and your family. Unbelievably, Barack Obama voted to make you the criminal. Defeat Obama.
The head of the NRA, Wayne LaPierre, wouldn't talk with us, but he always shows up when conservatives hold their annual summit in Washington, D.C.
Our founding fathers understood that the guys with the guns make the rules.
And it's still true today. Many politicians take it as gospel that you do not tangle lightly with the NRA, or they'll bury you with their money and their votes. So what has President Obama been doing on gun control? Well, contrary to the NRA's ad campaign, Obama has not made one single move. No laws, no executive orders, nothing. The only changes he's made are the things that the NRA actually wanted. Now you can transport guns on Amtrak trains, and now you can take guns into national parks. The president's actions, or rather inaction, have earned him the scorn of practically the entire gun control community. The Brady campaign to prevent gun violence gave Obama nothing but F's for his first year in office. Gun control advocates like John Rosenthal feel betrayed. This Boston-based real estate developer runs a group called Stop Handgun Violence. 2 years ago, he advised the Obama campaign on gun policy.
I'm horribly disappointed with President Obama on guns.
And am I wrong, or didn't you sort of help write some of his policies when he was running for office?
He's done a complete about-face.
Rosenthal, who's a gun owner himself, has been fighting for years to close what's known as the Gun Show Loophole. This is where you can avoid background checks simply by purchasing your guns from private sellers.
I don't want to stop any law-abiding gun owner from getting firearms. I'm one of those people. But Congress, and the President, by the way, allows people to buy firearms, an unlimited number of assault weapons, handguns, you name it, in 33 states from private individuals without a background check or ID.
To help promote his message about what he would call this country's lax gun policies, Rosenthal has put up these massive billboards on the backside of Boston's Fenway Park. This one is a ransom note claiming that the President and the Congress are being held hostage by the NRA.
I think President Obama and his strategic advisors have made a very strategic decision. Guys like me who are concerned about gun violence prevention, whether we own guns or not, are still going to vote for him versus Sarah Palin.